Hello and welcome, everyone. We have a lot to talk about. Uh, First of all, the Toyfair 2017, where Hasbro released all of this stuff from Marvel. It's insane. But there's a lot of figure releases, but I'm only going to stick to the Marvel Legends, the 6-inch ones. Um, I'm sure if you're interested in the other stuff, like the Mjolnir or the Star-Lord helmet, stuff like that, you know where to find it. But as a collector, this stuff interests me. So let's begin. Um, Pardon me. First off, Vulture and Spider-Man, as you can see here, it's Ultimate Vulture. He is apparently going to come with two alternate heads that switch between each other. Um, this is the old head. I guess there'll be like a younger version, maybe. With your standard Ultimate Spidey. This is a 2-pack. It's gonna come from Walmart, I believe, is where this one is. Next, we have the X Nyla. I didn't really like this one in the comics, this character, but if you like him, he's coming out. So, enjoy that, I guess. Uh, Star Lord is getting a new figure. I mean, you had to know that was coming. The movie's coming out. Um, and then Kurt Russell's version of Ego, the Living Planet, he's getting a figure. This has two heads, like a serious one, and then the one you see here where he's like kind of smiling, I guess. The figures look nothing like the actors to me, but that's not always a problem. Sometimes figures being sort of unique makes it better uh, for your stand. Because I mean, do you really want to look at, um, I don't know, Andrew Garfield and an old Spider-Man, or do you want to see Peter Parker? You know. Next in the that Guardians of the Galaxy wave is Mantis. The reason I wanted to cover this figure was because, well, one, and I'll get on this later. They're looking at my own personal collection. There's not a lot of female figures, and the more that come out, the better, more diverse your collection looks. It looks like an actual world, especially if you have them on display in a dynamic poses and stuff. It's not just an army at attention, but like a whole world of characters. That's cool. Um, but also Mantis is a great character from the comics. Star Lord, again, doesn't like Chris Pratt to me, but I think they're trying to go for the comic book design here, like comic meets movie, maybe. Um, you got Adam Warlock, and a lot of these are from thefoosh.com, and I think Marvelous Toy News and a few other websites. So I don't want to seem like I'm biting their photos or whatever. So full credit to them for this. I just want to talk about the figures. For example, an updated Adam Warlock. I 99% believe that Adam Warlock is going to show up in either Avengers 3 or Avengers 4. Infinity War or the next one. But he's definitely going to be there. Uh, Ultimate, well, the MCU's take on Ultimate Iron Man. Uh, I don't know yet what they're officially calling this figure, but it's clearly based off the Ultimate Iron Man design. So I think that's cool because most of the movies are at least Ultimate influence, if not directly from the comics themselves, but the heart of what Ultimate Comics was supposed to be. Moving on, a new Spider-Man. This is based off the movies. Um, I would snatch this one up. It looks better than the one that came in the 3-pack, the Civil War 3-pack. This looks great. Um, and with the Peter Parker head, that's very cool for display purposes. And it's bigger than the Ultimate Spider-Man, so he's not quite a child body, so that's cool. Um, Moving on, that Spider-Man I think is going to be part of a two-pack. This is another one that will have an alternate head. I will probably end up getting all of them just to have all the different head versions. Uh, but you got Moon Knight in here. Tombstone, everyone seems to be really happy about. I never liked Tombstone as a character, but um, whatever. um, Captain Universe, Spidey, and Beetle. Then we've got Lady Thor, of course. Um, Also important, but I'll explain that later. Yes. Here is what I keep talking about, explaining later. Right here, you have one of the most diverse and colorful collections of figures that Hasbro has released. From a brand new She Hulk that is at least fitting with her most current design. She doesn't. She's not wearing the unitard with the sneakers, which looked kind of insane. That older figure from a few years back. Um, you've got Pulse in there, Monica Rambeau. Um, the female Loki for if you want like first of all, um, when was the last Loki figure? It was a little while ago, right? So that's great. And this is all going to be one Toys R Us exclusive gift pack, I guess. I think all of these are going to come in one box set. So 6 figures in one set. It's probably going to be like $60 or $70, if not more. Um, but it's totally worth it for all these characters. Pulse, She-Hulk, Loki, Bloodstone. I'm not familiar with the other two. Fuck, just amazing, amazing. Um, if you guys remember, I did the other video that talked about the Mary Jane 2-pack. Well, this is what the Mary Jane is going to look like. Didn't I guys tell? Did I tell you guys about black and blue? Right, black shirt, blue jeans. Kind of called this one. Um, she's got the Hobgoblin, Green Goblin purse pack thing. Um, the Jessica Jones legs and torso. With original sculpt for the head. To me, it doesn't look very Mary Jane. It just looks like a random person. I don't think they tried to model it after the classic look, but it still works. But I'll talk more about this one another time. Um, so you guys probably all know about the Sue Storm that's coming out for Walgreens. Well, Walgreens is also going to have Johnny Storm. Now, I kind of saw this coming even before they announced it because, one, the flame effect that came with the Scarlet Witch figure, but also the fact that Sue Storm was released so seemingly randomly. Why would you release one character from a group of 4 and not release the others? So expect Johnny Storm coming up maybe summer, and then I wouldn't be shocked if Thing and Reed Richards were to come along as Walgreens exclusives later in the year. So look forward to that. But also Johnny and Susan are like my 2 favorite anyway. So I'm not really all that sad that there's no Reed Richards or Thing. The 2-pack Mary Jane is going to come with all new, all different Spider-Man. You see, he's got the glowing green spider. It looks like the eyes are glowing too. Um, this is a great figure for anyone who couldn't get Pizza Spidey. It's the exact same body, just different paint. Um, Not really much to be said here. There's one last 2-pack, which is going to be Dark Phoenix and Cyclops. So